What is up, guys? It's your boy BTN Break the News, and we're back on the video. I am your decoder, I am your analyzer for information, and today we're going to be talking about fake personalities and how they develop, and we're going to be talking about real personalities and how they develop. There's a quite big distinction. And also, I'm not BTN today. I'm actually Dr. BTN today, and we're going to be diagnosing you guys with either real personality order or either fake personality disorder. So let's do it. Let's get started. Okay. So we know fake means not real, and right, fake means not real. You know, it's not a real thing. You can't really. What I can say. Let me say something that's fake. Okay. I would say a paper plate. That's real. You know, you can touch it, but it's fake. It's not real. It doesn't exist. It's not alive. When I say stuff that's real, I mean stuff that's alive, that's actually alive. And you know, something like that. That's what I feel like is real. Like a table, it's real as in it's physical. You can touch it. It's physical. You can touch the real physical components, but it's not a soul. It's not real. It's not alive. So it's actually fake. And by definition, because it's not real. Now, personalities. Now, where am I going with this comparison? Where I'm going with this, I'm trying to prove a point that people become fake because of different scenarios and situations. They create their persona and their personality. And I want to get into it. So let's start with a fake personality. A person that's fake is a person that don't have a true identity. They don't have their own, like, you know, psychological makeup where they can be themselves without actually trying to reach into other people's stories and trying to take apart their context and build their own little background to. So where all these come from? Most of the time, fake personalities come from families that have a lot of meaningless tendencies, a lot of meaningless concepts, or a lot of meaningless thoughts. You know, you can come from families that don't have like a lot of father figures, a lot of mothers in the house that pay attention to their children. It comes from a lack of a loving family, like a family that don't show that much attention towards children or the younger ones. So the younger ones, due to them, because the attention and seeking inspiration is kind of like the same thing. It's kind of like the person that's seeking attention wanted the attention from their mothers and their fathers, but it's either the father figure is gone in jail somewhere, or the father figure is not present in the household, or the father figure just don't care about the family in general, or the father figure is there, but the father figure just don't acknowledge their children. The mother, on the other hand, she's either the same way, or she is there, but she doesn't acknowledge her children, and she doesn't get under light. So now let me get back to the attention and inspiration comparison. I say those are the same thing because where attention is like you're receiving somebody's attention, you're receiving that their eyes, they glued to you. You feel respected. Like they say in school, when you pay attention to somebody, the teacher say it's showing respect. It's showing respect that you have an eye contact and shit like that. Now, inspiration is the same way. You make eye contact with those that you look up to seek out to find that light within yourself, that sunlight. You know, that glow. That you find a way. You need something to connect to your soul, like your solar. You know, the soul comes from the solar system. So you need something to connect to your soul. So now you got people that pay attention to you, but are you getting that right energy? You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets energy, but all energy isn't good energy. So now you have a family household, right? Like I said, you have children that don't get attention, and they seek out attention because they want love. Not only they want love, they want to be respected, they want to be appreciated for them being them. And if you don't show them the respect and the love that they truly deserve personally, they're going to go seek their love and attention somewhere elsewhere. So now you got schools, you got stuff like churches, and you got other like institutions that we are all put into after we have a family like that. So we have that family and their cousins and their siblings and their brothers and sisters. They don't have all those members of that family. They just don't have no type of like goals. Like all their goals are meaningless. They have a meaningless strive for something. So the child is sitting next to that person with a meaningless strive for something. Of course, that child's gonna be like, oh, well, I wonder if I could get some inspiration from my sibling. That, Bianca, 23-year-old, she's doing her own thing. I can get some inspiration from Trayvon, Tyrone, or somebody. They got something going on. But little do they know, these people, they some of them made it to college and graduated and did their thing, and some of them didn't make it. So it's like they seeking inspiration from other people that they think is going to help them. And a lot of times it comes from people, a lot of times they get inspiration from those that are on the outside of their family. Because a lot of times the family on the inside don't really care too much to be involved with their relatives. So then the child on the outside either seeks the inspiration from them, or they seek it from other entities, like friends, school, like other organizations like that. So that's how you get people in gangs. That's how you get people in in trouble and all types of like crazy stuff, because they don't have that attention. They don't have that. They never got that light. You know what I'm saying? Imagine compare a person to a flower, right? If you don't grow that flower the right way, it's not gonna grow. It's not gonna grow how you want it to grow. So you can put a seed in the ground all day, but if the seed don't get no sunlight, inspiration, which is the sunlight is the inspiration. If the seed don't get no sunlight, which is the inspiration, it can't prosper and it can't grow to the amount of growth that it wants to reach. So that's the same way as that person I'm talking about, is that they go seeking out energy and seeking out inspiration in all these other entities that are not going to serve them. So now you got gangs, you got folks acting out in school, you got folks cussing people out, developing bad behaviors and stuff like that, because they've been taught by their peers that this is the cool way to go. It's cool to cuss people out. It's cool to disrespect. It's cool to do that, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes be in the household as well. Sometimes the brothers and sisters and the people in your family, they be like, oh, it's cool to do this, it's cool to do that. And you have bad influences everywhere. You don't just have bad influences in your schools or in your institutions and other places. You have bad influences in your own family. So now by you not being mature enough at that age to understand what type of energy you want to be influenced by, you're going to take any energy that's given to you. So you have an immature brain, and by you not being all the way there in your psychologically, of course you're going to act out and do things that we look at as like stupid or ignorant, because we don't understand the psychological makeup that you had to go through to get where you are. So it's like that person that's going through the bullshit and they going through the ignorance is because they've been taught all their life, or they've been fed all their life BS. So now when we finally get around, I'm like, damn, why these people so fake? Why they got all this fake energy, like lying, they lying, they joking about everything, they negative all the time, they gossipy, they drama full, they full of drama, they always got something going on. Because that's the people they attract, because when they were younger, their own people didn't even show them the inspiration and light they needed to grow. So they found their growth in other things that they thought was going to satisfy them. So now they become fake. Their personality becomes fake. They start snatching other people's traits. They start snatching other energies and try to combine it with their energy and create their own persona. And they keep doing it. They do it for a long, long time until they start developing enemies and animosity and jealousy. And that's how you get people. It's how people start killing each other and start, hating each other and start having beefs, because you have one personality. One fake personality that's out there here trying to snatch energy and trying to steal stuff and trying to put their name on it. Then you have another one that's the same way, and they just beefing and stuff because you're like, damn, why this person acting like this and yada yada. That's how you get two ignorant people. Two ignorant people comes from the lack of understanding and knowledge of what energy do they want to be inspired by. And it's not their fault fully, because ignorant just means you lack knowledge. You lack knowledge of certain things, or you don't have an understanding. So you don't have that, your mind is not there yet. You're not developed in that area. So it's like, it's not their fault fully, the way they are, but as time goes by, as you get older, you gotta start to understand, you gotta start putting the clues together. You gotta start using your mind and start understanding, okay, this is bullshit. What I'm doing is bullshit. I need to stop doing this. But sometimes people get so programmed, and their subconscious becomes so programmed by this toxic behavior, they continue to push that out towards the masses, and they think it's normal, but it's really not normal. It's just they've been programming their subconscious to think it's normal to act like that, to act like ratchet, to act out of order, to act like disrespectful, to act do all these, demonic or disruptive things that's against their natural path. So when we say what makes a fake personality, that's one thing that makes a fake personality. All right, it's just one. You got many situation scenarios that create a fake personality. It's just one of it. One of them come from bad backgrounds or bad family functionings. That's one. Now you got the second one, which is peer pressure. Peer pressure creates fake personalities as well. You have people that's organic and they're real to the core. But due to them being around, due to them not picking the right energy, picking the right people to be influenced by, picking the right crowds and stuff, they end up getting caught on the influence of stronger personalities. And that's how they get manipulated into changing their own energy field, and they become manipulative and they become an asshole and stuff like that. And they don't even realize it because they're trying to be cool. You know what I'm saying? So you got peer pressure. You got people that's mentally, they're not that strong mentally. Like they don't have their own say-so, their own moral codes, their own principles. They kind of like go with the crowd. Wherever the crowd go, they go. It's like birds. All the birds flying together. They flying together. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got nobody got their own individuality. Everybody just controlled by a whole group of people just all together in a collective mind. I think they call it mob mentality. They have a mob mentality where they can't function unless they have a mob mentality. That's one. That's two. So you have bad backgrounds, family functionings, and then you have mob mentality, influence of peer pressure. What's the third one? The third one is, life. TV, right? We know TV affects your subconscious, right? It affects your background, your subconscious mind. Whatever you watch on TV, you think is real, so you start acting like that TV. You start acting like the television. You start acting like those reality shows you be watching. Like you be thinking, Atlanta, hip hop in Atlanta is real. It's real. It's a real thing. And you be thinking that, all these shows are real, and they're not real. They just actors put on the front just to make you feel like something is real, like Empire and stuff like that. So now you start getting programmed your subconscious that you think, you think you should now. You think you all these other, big time actors and stuff. Now you start acting like them. You know what I'm saying? Ironically, you start acting like them. So you pick up their behavior patterns, and now you think you're one of them. That's where you have delusional people. So you have delusional fake personalities. You have mob mentality personalities. Then you have bad backgrounds. Like you have dysfunctional backgrounds that create fake personalities. So it's mob mentality, dysfunctional backgrounds, and you have TV programming that creates false personalities, right? Now, are those it? Can those just be the last things? I mean, pretty much that can be the last things, right? There's plenty of ways you can explain how a person become a certain way. Some people become fake by having bad relationships. You know what I'm saying? Some people be real to the core. And then once they get in a relationship and they get their soul to somebody and they connect it to a extreme amount of time, and a bad breakup happened, they can end up changing their whole demeanor because they didn't give all their energy away to another person. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand your energy, inspiration, attention, all those things are sun-based energies. Those are like solar energies. Like when somebody is inspiring you, they're charging you up, giving you some of their energy. So when you get somebody all of your solar energy, which is your soul is your solar energy, which is your sun energy. So when you get somebody all of your solar energy, you're giving them all of you, literally. Everything you made of, everything you charged up with, everything that makes you drive and move around, you're giving that to them. And now you lost and you weak and you ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? But one thing, that's a lesson to learn. Never give everybody all your energy. Never give nobody all your energy. Not even your closest friend, not even your wife, your girlfriend. Don't ever give nobody all the energy of yours because you deserve, that's your energy. You know what I'm saying? Be respectful. Now, let's get to real personalities. Because we held some good clues with this one. Now let's get into the real personalities. So what makes a real personality? So now we know a little bit about what a fake personality. Now let's see what makes a real person a real person. So a real person is a person that's living. They're alive, they're real, they have real substance. So I would consider a real personality a person that's raised from the ground with a good family. People that's around them that has good energy. And it's not always the case. Sometimes you have real personalities coming from fake families. You know, it happens. So some real personalities come from strong backgrounds of good family trees. Like you have some that come from inspirational mothers, inspirational fathers. You know, they come from good brothers and sisters that graduated, or they have like leadership skills, good leadership skills. So it comes from families with good leadership skills, families with understanding of self-awareness, understanding of you know, the mental drive and stuff like that. And when they go to school, by them having that baggage of inspiration from their family, they have a good backbone with their family. They're able to go to these institutions, which these schools, these churches, and everything else. They're able to still sustain their strong mentality and their strong mind, because regardless if they're around a bunch of, you know, different energy of people, they understand their inspiration comes from their backbone, their family tree. So they understand that their mentality comes from, or their strong solar energy comes from the inspiration of their family tree. That's their sun, you know, that's their sunlight, that's their sun energy, that's inspiring them to be high up on their list. Now, some real personalities come from fake families. Now, it requires a real mature, developed individual to sustain and go through a lot of fakeness in order to reach a level of realness, which means they wasn't fake, but they was around so much fake energy that it was a conflict within themselves to reach their true amount. You understand? Like now I gave you one, which is a good family household, understanding and everything like that. Now the second one will be a fake household, a families that put them down, friends that put them down, or not friends, foes that put them down, and you know, all that stuff. Like people that was around them that wasn't supportive, but some deep down inside them told them to keep going. It's like a drive that kept them riding. Like they had a strong solar energy. They had a strong God within them. Some people don't even seek inspiration from nobody else. Some people had to develop that solar energy by themselves. They had to be their own motivators. They had to be their own real ones. And those are the real ones. You have the real personalities that they didn't have no like real background of people influencing them, helping them. They had to influence themselves to get up on their feet. So I would call them the real personalities, because they surpass what is real to real. They had to find that real energy within themselves, you know? So these are the people that go through the most. The real personality, they go through the most. They go through bad friendships. Bad foeships, because they foes, not friends. They go through haters, always hate on them because they're trying to do something correct or something. They're trying to do something right. They go through, when they're trying to change and progress, people are always looking at them side-eye, jealous of them, because they envy them deep down inside, because they couldn't find that solar energy and that inspiration to keep driving. So those are the people that you say, well, those are the ones you call like, I'm gonna say those are the ones you call like Tupac, X, you know, who else is a real one? Nipsey Hussle. You know, like a lot of inspirational artists and you know, a lot of inspirational people in this world come from that real personality, where they had no help at all, zero help. They had to find that star. They had to find that energy within themselves to build their own energy up, and that's what I would go. That's from real to real personality. So you have fake personalities, and you have real personalities, and you have real personalities, right? So why is this important? Why is all this important? It's important because everybody that we run into, we always want to say, why is this person like this? Or why is this person so fake? Or why is this person acting like this towards me and their energy is off? Or why can't people just be normal? You know, we got to question the fact that what is normal? Because our normal may not be normal to other people normal. Normal is just a word to legalize the social construct of what it is to be normal, which is what you think is normal. And what I think is normal may not be what you think is normal. You know what I'm saying? So normal is just a word that can be used for multiple perspectives of people, right? So are people truly fake? Are they truly fake people? Do they really not exist? Or are they just lost people? They just put on fake personas to fit the script, fit the bill. You know what I'm saying? We gotta question those things. Are they really fake, or are they just putting on a front face to find their identity? Are they in an identity crisis? Because that's what you get, identity crisis. Identity crisis when somebody don't know themselves. They don't know nothing about themselves. They just lost in the sauce. They just picking everybody's shit up, and they don't even know who they is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody went through that. I went through that. I went through a big identity crisis. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you my story, man. But forget that. I'm gonna hold my story on my identity crisis in the next video. I ain't gonna tell you about my identity crisis right now. I'm telling you next video because y'all need to into that one. But we need to start saying stuff like, let's not judge people for who they are and how they're acting. Let's try to look at the psychological background of why they are and how they are. Let's try to accept them for who they are and try to understand them for who they are, and just hope they just get through it and try to help them find their way, or if not, let them find on their own. You know, find their own. So like, but with that being said, there is no distinction, like I said in the beginning, because everybody gonna find their life. Whether it's gonna be damn near when they finna die or in the beginning of their life, but they're gonna find it. So nobody's in no high horse or no pedestal or no throne to judge nobody on their perspective, on their personality, when we all have different backgrounds. Even though they have different backgrounds, we cannot judge these people. Just like they cannot judge us for how we're being real, we cannot judge them for how they're being fake. It just comes with the territory. You know, we have to get their religious perspective out of our mind, their religious their religious condemnation, out of our mind. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, guys, I'm out of this motherfucker, and I love you motherfuckers, and y'all tune in for more videos, and we finna drop the motherfucking next video after this one, and love you motherfuckers. I'm out.